Have you carried so much pain and it wasn't yours to carry? Let's talk about it. Hey girl, how you doing? I'm feeling so good right now. I don't know what it is, but I'm loving the vibe. I'm loving everything. And I'm at a point now where I'm all about emotional healing. I don't care how it looks for you. I don't care how it looks for me. We all going to do this healing differently. But at the end of the day, it's all about getting all of this in here, pull together. Let me tell you something. There's so many different areas in our lives that we encounter where we just really need some emotional healing. We may feel that we're all good. Because we just moving through life. But let me tell you something. Sometimes we could be functioning through all this trauma that we hold on to. I wrote a few things down here because I don't want to forget anything. And I want to make sure we stay on course with this conversation, because I will sit and say, for me, I have definitely done a lot of work on healing Kelly and making sure that I'm in a good place. Do I still have some more work to do? Absolutely. And one thing I would definitely say, do not be afraid of taking care of yourself. We are in a new year right now, and it is all about you. It's all about you. And don't let nobody else tell you anything different. Do you hear me? Anything different. Okay. So first, I want to talk about understanding an emotional wound. What does an emotional wound looks like? What does it look like? Generational trauma. I said it. Generational trauma. I don't care if you are the perfect family, you come from a 2-parent household, all the different things. Trauma is trauma. Generational trauma is trauma. You don't even realize what gets leaked over. People, I can't even get it. I'm about to get annoyed. People will sit and say, oh, I don't want to be raised the way, or no, let me get it right. I don't want to raise my children the way I was raised. I want to raise them differently. Or I do want to raise my children the way I was raised because I had some really good structure. All of that is generational trauma. Because you cannot raise a kid that was born in 2008, 7, 10, the way you was raised in 1980, 1970, let alone the 40s and the 50s, okay? You can't do it. I see so many people, even in my family, where they want to pass down what they was taught. Oh, we had to do this when we was a teenager. We had to do this. You have to do that because that was the time and that's what was going on. We don't have to do that no more. And it's not fair that you have to do that. And that's how generational trauma begins. Okay? That's how it begins. And people don't realize it. They want you to feel what they felt. I see it all the time. Like I said, I see it in my family. Next is silence. When someone gives you silence, yes, that can be a form of them regulating themselves, but we are grown people, okay? We are women who, if you're dealing with somebody in any way, shape, or form, and you're trying to have a good conversation, you're trying to talk through something, even if it's good, bad, or indifferent, communication, conversation is the way to get through things. But if a person gives you silence, and I don't care what they say about, oh, I know if I speak, I'm going to turn up and I'm going to say something that's going to do this and do that. That's a form of abuse. I don't care what nobody says. It's a form of abuse, okay? In addition to, understanding what an emotional wound is, how unresolved pain in your life can show up, i.e., as control, as anger, and as withdrawal. I was in a relationship, right? And anytime we got to some discomfort or we weren't able to, be eye to eye on something, I would want to have a conversation. One thing about me, I'm very vocal. I love to talk. I love communication. I'm a Gemini rising, so Geminis love to talk. I love to have the dialogue about something. I'm not going to shut down. I'm going to talk about it. Even if I say something, well, I don't want to say anything wrong, but even if I'm not sure, I want to make sure I am sure. Or, you're unclear. I want to make sure you're clear. And if you withdraw from me, it bothers me. If you withdraw from me and you don't want to have the conversation. And then when we do have the conversation, you're confused and you're not even saying anything. I don't like that. I don't like that. But that's just how I cope. I can't make everybody be the way Kelly is because, this is free will. We do what you like. Find the person for you. So now since we know what an emotional wound is, understanding how things can happen from childhood, things can happen from just through life, and how it can possibly show up in your life. Now we're going to talk about the journey to getting that peace, the journey to overcoming all these things. Now, it's not going to take one night, one day, one conversation. No, it takes time. It's also identifying your triggers. I explained to you what a trigger I had. If we're having a conversation and you don't want to talk to me and you don't want to talk it out, that's a trigger for me. And if I find anybody that I meet and you try to poke my triggers after we done had conversation about certain things, and I'm telling you and I'm being vulnerable and I'm letting you know, and you're going to try to play it against me, gotta go. Gotta go. I don't care, friend, family, and anything in between. Life is too short to be unhappy at any given time. Okay? Like I said, so understanding triggers and understanding pattern. Seeking therapy. Your girl has been in therapy since the top of 2020. No, mid 2020. COVID came in March. I never forget. I think it was March 16th when I was sent home from work. I think I went into the office on that Monday, well, the 16th, if I'm not mistaken. And we were just chilling, working. Next thing you know, it was like, take your stuff and go home. I never forget. And that was like a time I felt like when COVID came, you're so busy hustling, bustling, and you're going to work, right? You're going to the office, you're dealing with traffic, you taking your child to school. It's so many different things in your life that you're just ignoring because you're just on autopilot. I felt like when COVID came, it slowed me down so much. Things that was going on in my life was like coming up. Like, say if I had a pot that was simmering and it was just like just chilling, we float, we on autopilot. Once COVID came, it was like the fire got turned up and now everything is bubbling. Everything is bubbling, and meanwhile I got a top on. So everything is just like spilling out, splashing everywhere, and I had to address it. So therapy was definitely something that I had to do because I was breaking. I was breaking. I was broke. Journaling, you guys know I talk about journaling. I have my good and my bad moments with it. I feel like for me, journaling is a tool that I use where my brain is not moving faster than my mouth and my hands. Because you're writing, and sometimes when you're writing and you're talking at the same time, and sometimes you just kind of like go too fast. When I'm there, I can't journal. I just have to just talk it out. Just talk it out. For those who are into prayer, meditation, all those different things, faith, any type of whatever your belief is, those are good because those keep people grounded when need be. And self-compassion. Treat yourself good and understand that all the traumas and different things that you may have been through in life, it didn't happen overnight. So in order for those things to heal and to release and to purge out your system, it takes time. So be gentle with yourself, okay? Last but not least, building emotional safety within. Knowing how to self-soothe, knowing when you've had enough, knowing when triggers and stuff pop in. Build that safety net for yourself and don't look for that through anyone else. I feel like a lot of times we stay in situations, if it's relationships, if it's jobs, friendships, longer than we should because we feel like we have to. Our life is our canvas. We can do what we want to do. I was on TikTok and I was listening to someone ask, is it healthy to block people? Is it healthy to stop friendships? Is it healthy to move on with your life? And I think the person who was asking the question found it very shocking that the person who responded was like, yes, it is okay. Because life is going to still go on. Sometimes we feel like we have to stay and we have to put ourselves in long-term situations because that was just what it was. No, no. Long as you're being respectful about it, long as there's no malice, there's no hardship, it's okay. It is okay. I look at so many people that want to make new friends. We're going to keep it just simple like that. But they've had their friends from high school, from elementary school. Now, do I have friends from those times? Absolutely. Do I see them every day? No, I don't. Do I talk to them every day? No, I don't. At one point, were they in my life every day? Yes. Having someone in your everyday life is not a must. It's not. I have friends from teenage years, adolescent years, and I see them when I see them. I talk to them when I talk to them. And when we get together, it's like, hey, we never skipped a beat. We have a good time, and it's always love. To me, that is called growth. That lets me know that our relationship, however that might look, is solid. It doesn't need to be every day. My best friend, we have been friends for over 40 years. Over 45 years. I don't talk to her every day. We were talking pretty much every day when we was going through like the wedding and things like that when she got married last year. But once the wedding was over, girl, go live your life. We talk when we talk. We get together when we get together. Do we make our time for each other? Absolutely. Do I have other girlfriends that I might see twice a year? Absolutely. Do we talk every now and then? Yes. You don't have to have people in your life because that's straining. When you have to, yes, you have to pour in your friendships, however that might look. And I know my place in all my friendships. I know if I'm a close friend. I know if I'm a medium close friend. I know, what to say over here, what not to say, what I don't mind saying, all those different things. No, at one point I did not know this. I didn't know how to, but now I do. And I'm okay with it. I know that I am a kind of friend where I don't need, I'm a low maintenance friend. I love that for me. So in saying all of that, we want to get to a point where we know how to forgive. And not forgive for others, forgive for freedom. To get all this emotional trauma built up and all this gunk that we have just so we can live life. I have a family member that I do not talk to. And a lot of you probably don't even know that I have a sibling. I do not talk about my sibling. Yes. We have so much emotional pain in our relationship that we don't even speak. But I have forgiven my sibling so I can move on with life and I can live a good life. And I've come to realize also, you don't get to pick your family. You don't pick your cousins. You don't pick your aunts. You don't pick your uncles. You don't pick any of these people. You don't get to pick your friends your adolescent friends. Those friends are friends by default due to the school you went to, the neighborhood you grew in, the building you rocked in. I'm speaking from New York right now. Things like that for me. If you live in residential, your house is down the street, things like that. In the neighborhood, so forth and so on. But I've come to realize that you can have people in your life that will treat you way better than your family. And I'm not throwing jabs at my family or anything like that, but I've come to realize that because family will always sit and tell you blood is thicker than water, and that is a total lie. Blood is not thicker than water. Because if water will take care of me better than my family, I tell you, okay? Have I been there for my family? Absolutely. Am I loyal? Absolutely. If a family member needs me in some shape or way, I have been there. My sibling, I have been there, But I've come to realize that when you want peace in your life, it doesn't matter who that person is and what position they may hold or whatever. If you need peace, some way, shape, or form, if you have to eliminate people out your life, that's exactly what you do. Okay? I am going to be 50 years old this year. And I'll be damned if I'm going to sit back and be miserable in my life. I will not. I don't care who it is. Friends, family, anything in between. Kelly is not going to be miserable. I'm not. I will not. I will cut you off. Oh no. I ain't doing it. So, in saying all of that, you deserve peace. I deserve peace. And we're going to heal all our emotional traumas and things like that. We focusing on emotional healing moving forward. And I hope you enjoyed this conversation. And if you did, please let your girl know. Thumbs up, subscribe, all the things. If you're watching on YouTube, hype the video up if you have that option. Go down to the bottom, slide, hype it up. I truly, truly appreciate you for that. In addition, I want to leave you with a cute little affirmation that I ran across. And it says, peace is your birthright, not a reward. And like I said, I don't care who it is, family, friends, and anything in between. If you don't bring me peace, and I will not let you bring me peace. You don't come with peace because I have my peace here. And if you want to be in my ecosystem, you got to have it. You got to have it. So, in saying all of that, I hope you enjoyed, and I will catch you in the next conversation. Thank you, ladies.